Dragons dance, and men are like dust under their feet.
In this video, I'm going to break down the 8th episode's trailer and we'll discuss details like Tessarion flying with the Hightower Army, Tyland Lannister going to the Triarchy, sparring and losing against them, and Aemond burning a town, etc. So stay tuned for that. Greetings Throne Watchers. Before we begin, I'll post episode 7's breakdown video soon, so make sure to subscribe to this channel. Anyways, let's take a look at the season finale's trailer. This episode mostly shows the preparation for war, like the Stark and Hightower armies marching, Sir Adam wearing a golden armor, Ellen and Corlys sailing somewhere in armor, etc. I think this episode will mostly be about the preparations and the real battles will take place in season 3. Anyways, let's discuss the Greens first. We see the Hightower army marching while Daeron and Tessarion, the Blue Queen, are flying above them. They are probably marching to meet up with Cole's army. Do you think Cole or Gwen asked him, or did Aemond Hightower send Daeron of his own accord? Now that Cole has seen the death and destruction that can be caused by a battle of dragons, he can see where this war is heading. So he tells Sir Gwen, we are marching towards our annihilation. Gwen will probably get tired of his doom and gloom attitude and will pull a sword on him. By the way, is it just me, or does the crossguard of Cole's sword looks like a bow? When I saw it, I was like, why would he choose this crossguard? We also see Jason Lannister marching with Humphrey Lefford, which probably means they have received word that a dragon, probably Tessarion, is coming and to join forces with Cole. I can't believe they are still carrying around those lions with them. In the last episode, Aemond asked Tyland Lannister to make a deal with the Triarchy and use them to break Corlys's blockade. So in this trailer, you can see that Tyland Lannister has gone to Tyrosh to meet with the High Council of the Triarchy. In this shot, you can see a ship with Aegon's banner on the sails. You can also see more than 10 small boats here, which I think belong to the Triarchy. And the castle above is surrounded by the palm trees. In another scene, we see Tyland fighting a Triarchy soldier in the mud. In my season 2 episode 2 weeks ahead trailer breakdown video, I thought it was Jason Lannister because I couldn't imagine Tyland fighting among the soldiers. But now I think this is Tyland Lannister because in the background you can also see the same palm trees which were in Tyrosh. So this man, who for some reason reminds me of the first Daario Naharis, will defeat and probably even humiliate Tyland Lannister. But despite that, Tyland Lannister will succeed in getting them to cooperate because in another shot, you can see the Triarchy fleet in the sea. The reason I think this is a Triarchy fleet is because 1. The boats look exactly like the ones we saw in Tyrosh. 2. The sigil on the sails is completely new. It looks like 4 skulls or something in the center with a shield made of links surrounding them, which would make sense because the High Council of the Triarchy is made up of 33 magisters, 11 each from Lace, Mir and Tyrosh. So I wouldn't be surprised if each link indicates a magister. We also see a distant shot of King's Landing. On the King's Road, you can see a single carriage going somewhere from King's Landing. The rest of the road is completely empty. I feel like either someone is trying to flee or to sneak something out of King's Landing. Which one do you think it is? When Aemond hears the news that Team Black has gained more dragon riders, Aemond suddenly remembers he also has a sister who rides a dragon. In this scene, you can see why Aemond had brought Helena out. I think he will try to sneak her out to take her to the dragon pit because this place looks a lot like the place where Daemon and younger Rhaenyra sneaked out to roam the city. She'll probably say no and he might try to drag her out or to stop her from leaving, and that's how I think her wrist would would get injured, and then she would run straight to Alicent's chamber. Because in the next shot, where Alicent is scolding Aemond, you can see the furniture and the fireplace from Alicent's chambers. You can also see Helena holding her bruised wrist in her hand in Alicent's chambers. Aemond would get really upset and will take out his anger by burning one of the Black's town. If I have to guess, I would say it's high tide, given how most of the soldiers will be away with Corlys to maintain the blockade. What are your thoughts on it? Which town do you think Aemond would burn? Larys tells Aegon that Aemond is angry and there is no telling what he will do. Why do you think he is saying this to Aegon? Is it another way of his of motivating Aegon to push through? So that's all had happened with the Greens in this trailer. Let's take a look at the Blacks now. First, we see two small dragons who I think are Syrax and Silverwing flying above Dragonstone, while Rhaenyra and Mysaria will watch from the castle. We also see Rhaenyra dining with the three new dragon riders, aka Hugh, Ulf and Sir Adam, along with Jace and Bela. In the season 1 finale, Daemon said they have 13 dragons to the Greens 4. I have already discussed these dragons in details in my Dragons and their Dragon Rider video. Anyways, if we include all of their dragons along with Caraxes, the Blacks will have 7 fighting dragons, whereas the Greens will only have 2. No wonder Aemond wanted Helena to join him as well. Meleys is dead, Tyraxes and Stormcloud are at the Vale, which leaves the 3 wild dragons. Cannibal, named so because of his habit of eating other dragons, hatchlings and eggs. Grey Ghost, the ever elusive dragon who is very hard to find. And third, the Sheep Stealer, named so because of his preference of eating sheeps. So in terms of dragons, the Blacks definitely have the upper hand, and Rhaenyra talks about striking while they still have the advantage. I think that's why we'll see 2 of her dragons going to Harrenhal. This is something that did not happen in the books. One of the dragons is easily recognizable, who I think is Seasmoke, because he looks almost white sometimes. Also, we saw a shot of Sir Adam wearing a golden armor and riding gloves and getting ready, which kind of confirms he will be one of the riders going to Harrenhal. I'm a little bit confused as for the second dragon, whether it's Syrax or Vermithor. It looks like Syrax, but its size seems closer to Vermithor. Which dragon do you think it is who's flying above the Blacks' camp? By the way, is it just me, or does this person look a lot like Johnny Depp? I was so shocked to see him. Anyways, if I had to pick, I would go with Syrax because Rhaenyra going to Harrenhal makes more sense than Hugh Hammer, who doesn't even know Daemon. So I really think they will meet and patch up in the season finale. We also see a very clear view of the Isle of Faces when the dragons are flying towards Harrenhal. As you can see here, there's a tower on the left side of the island, and on the right hand side, on top of a hill, there also seems to be a castle or something. Am I the only one who is dying to get a closer look of the Isle of Faces, especially considering what the painting at Harrenhal showed us? I've already discussed the Isle of the Faces painting in Harrenhal along with the creature inside the God's Eye in my House of the Dragon Season 2 Episode 5 video. Speaking of Harrenhal, it seems like now that Daemon has finally gathered the Riverlands army, Sir Alfred would arrive and start complaining to him about Rhaenyra, saying, while you have mustered an army, Rhaenyra has faltered. I would love to see how Daemon would react to this. Will it be similar to how he reacted in Season 1, saying, I will speak of my brother as I wish. You will not. But given how Season 2 is all Team Green, I highly doubt they will show any good quality of Daemon in this season. I feel like Season 2 is written by Proto Hightower. They even took away Daemon's accomplishments from the books, making him all black instead of the black and white that he is in the books. We also see Rhaena running towards or from something. I think she might be running away from a dragon. Which dragon do you think is hunting in the Vale? As I said in my episode 6 breakdown video, I think the dragon in the Vale is cannibal, mostly because of the silhouette of a human among the burnt carcasses of sheep and the ashes in the ground. But it's also possible that the shepherd tried to save his sheep and got caught in the crossfire, which will mean it can be Sheep Stealer Sheepstealer as well. I have also heard rumors that Rhaena might claim Sheepstealer in this season. Do you think it's possible? We know it doesn't happen in the books. We also see Ellen of the Hull in a boat wearing an armor. In the background, you can see the Valyrian sails have been folded. And in this shot, judging from this angle, it seems like Corlys is sitting in the same boat facing Adam. He also has the handspin replica attached to his armor. The soldier behind Corlys is wearing a House Valyrian uniform as well. I can't help but think they are either sneaking in or out of somewhere. House Stark's army is also coming. They have just passed the crossing, and in this shot, you can see that most of the soldiers are grey beards, just like Rhaegar Stark has promised. So that's all has happened in the season finale trailer. I'll post my episode 7 breakdown video soon. If you like this video, please hit the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. 7 blessings to you.